Thank you. So think back to your first day. And that could be your first day on a job. That could be your first day at school. That could be, for me, it was my first day in the clinical setting on my job. So, okay, so we're all excited and everything, but there's a little bit of anxiety that might go along with that too, being on the job for the first time. All right, so my first clinical job was on a medical surgical floor in the hospital. And my white dress was all pressed up and starched, and I had my white stockings and shoes were on point. And yes, I had the nursing cap because that's what we wore back then. I don't know what it would look like with locks, but that's what I wore it in. And my name tag, B. Barrett, RN. I was ready. I had succeeded. I was ready to go. So, but then still, that little anxiety. Do any of you ever wonder, do you know enough for your job? Have you ever wondered that, what if I don't know enough? And especially taking care of people, like, what if I don't know enough? And one of my instructors said, Barb, as long as you think like that, you'll be fine because you'll be open to lifelong learning. Okay, so I'm ready. My first patient, this 92-year-old man who came in because he had bronchitis. Now, he had worked in the coal mines for about 40 years, all right? And he had some oxygen, the little nasal thing that goes in your nasal cannula goes in your nose. That's what he had, but otherwise he looked great. His wife looked great too. She was about 15 years younger than him. And, I just wondered, what's their secret? So one day, me and his wife got on the subject of feeding our families. And I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. Maybe she'll share some wisdom with me. This is what she said. She said, every day for lunch, my husband wanted me to pack a thermos of coffee. Now, you remember them big, long thermoses? I know some of you, yeah, you know them big, long thermoses. And a large sandwich and an apple. Oh, but you had to make sure the lard was cold so you could slice it on white bread. I'm glad I got my father's poker face because I was thinking in my mind, what in the entire heck? What kind of lunch menu is that? A lard sandwich on glutinous white bread. So you're talking about literally cold cuts from the adipose belly tissue of pigs on some glutinous white bread. And I remember balling up the little white bread and throwing it at my dog so he could catch it. And then a whole entire thermos of caffeine to raise your blood pressure. Okay, so now I'm thinking this kind of shoots down all those theories that we had about, this and that. I was just totally done. So now here's the thing. The facts are real important, especially in the medical field. We know facts are important. But also our personal experiences, the changes we go through in the world today, all of that is important too. Okay, how many of you are musicians? Anybody a musician here? Anybody? Okay. Or anybody who likes music. I need you to keep a beat for me. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I shouldn't assume nothing, 'cause you just never know. I just shouldn't assume nothing, 'cause it just might not be so. 'Cause you see, there are gonna be some times when we're stuck in our minds and life's just gonna make us know, let us know. Thank you very much. But now wait a minute, there's one more thing. So just remember, we have to embrace that knowledge that we have in order to be sufficient or exceptional in our jobs. But we also have to trust the exceptions to the rule, because there will be exceptions. Because remember that menu? Even though that man for 40 whole years, 5 days a week, had a cold sliced large sandwich on white bread and a mug of coffee, what was that last thing? An apple a day really does keep the doctor away. Thank you.